If you see videos of families getting torn apart and deported, and you feel any form of joy, you're an issue. You deserve less in your life. You're a bad person.
Questioning Native Americans' birthright citizenship is literally the most whitest thing I've ever fucking heard. Ho, aren't you Polish? The fuck? If they're not American, nobody's American, you dumb bitch.
This website is whitehouse.gov/presidential-actions. And there is now a whole list of things that President Trump has rescinded on executive order. And I'm just going to go through and highlight some of the most dangerous and horrible ones. Please make sure that you repost this and send it. I don't care if it's me. Just if anyone else is doing this information, just make sure that you're sharing this. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Okay, so let's get started. Rescinding. I'm not even going to read the executive orders because it's too much. I'm just going to read like what they are, okay? These are all the things that he has rescinded, said we're done with. Advancing racial equity and support for underserved communities. Sorry, I'm sweating. I had to take my sweatshirt off. Preventing and combating discrimination on the basis of gender identity or sexual orientation. Marinate on that. Here are the words that I just said, okay? Ethics commitments by executive branch personnel. Protecting public health and the environment and restoring science to tackle climate crisis. Ensuring an equitable pandemic response and recovery. Yes, he does not want us to have an equitable pandemic response and recovery. Here's a big one. Protecting worker health and safety. Strengthening Medicare and the Affordable Care Act. Again, these are all the things that he has revoked. I'm not even going through the immigration ones because we already know what that looks like, okay? Promoting access to voting. Guaranteeing an education environment free from discrimination on the basis of sex, including sexual orientation or gender identity. Advancing equity, justice, and opportunity for Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders. Of course, we know DEI is absolutely out in the federal workplace. White House initiative on advancing educational equity, excellence, and economic opportunity for Hispanics. White House initiative on advancing educational equity, excellence, and economic opportunity for Black Americans. Advancing economy, efficiency, and effectiveness in federal contracting by promoting pay equity and transparency. Continuing to strengthen Americans' access to affordable, quality health coverage. Advancing equality for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex individuals. Promotion of the arts, the humanities, museum, and library services. Lowering prescription costs for Americans. Safe, secure, and trustworthy development of the use of artificial intelligence. I'm sorry, I just stopped the video because I became verklempt. Literally everything that makes this country great, everything that we have fought for, everything that we stood on for equality, for rights, has just been stripped from us in this country. For people who thought that he was going to bring the economy back, he is not going to bring the economy back. For people who voted for him because they are racist and misogynistic, you got what you wanted, but you're going to find out very, very quickly quickly that that wasn't what you wanted after all. For every single person in Congress, for Kamala Harris, for all of you who knew what Project 2025 was and gave him the power to enact it. This is on you. Please spread this information. Please make it go viral. Like I said, I don't give a shit if it's this video or another video. Please go to the website. Please read it yourself. It is available. I will put the link in the comment section of this video. To every single person in this country who is not white, who does not have a penis, who is not attracted to the opposite sex, who does not make more than $1 million a year, I am so sorry that this is happening. I didn't do this. I spoke up against it, but I am still really sorry that this is happening. This makes me, I literally want to throw up right now, that this is where we are in 2025. This is the fall of the Roman Empire, when you have corrupt senators and leaders in Congress, and the other ones that aren't corrupt are fucking weak. That's what we have now. I need answers. I need answers from the AOC. I need answers from Jasmine Crockett. I need answers from Senator Schatz. I need answers from Senator Warren. I need answers from Bernie Sanders. I need answers from every single fucking person that said that he won this election and that is how this country is, and that they were practicing democracy, because what I just read right now is not fucking democracy, and you know it. My rage, my anger, and my heartache is not affiliated with the party. I don't care if you're considered to be one of the good guys. I don't care if you're considered to be one of the ones that are fighting for us. This was literally just rescinded.
Guys, like a lot of the MAGAs never knew that DEI was going to affect them. They thought that it was only going to affect the black community. But currently, so many of them has been laid off. So many of them are jobless right now. So many of them cannot even afford to eat. Like, this is era of finding out, and it's not just finding out, but finding out in a hard way. Well, guys, let me know what are your thoughts, what are your opinion about this video in the comment section.
Elon Musk, who nobody voted for.
Nobody voted for anybody in the executive branch except for the president and the vice president. There are about 2.2 million civilian workers in the executive branch, and 2 were voted for.
And the Department of Government Efficiency, that is not actually part of the government.
The Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, is part of the government. While Donald Trump cannot unilaterally create a new federal agency with an executive order, he can rebrand an existing federal agency that is already funded, and that's what happened here. DOGE is a rebranding of the United States Digital Service, which was an agency created in 2014 during the Obama administration, and Trump adjusted its mission a little bit, but the dollars were already there. The president does have executive power to rebrand or rename agencies, move agencies in between different departments, adjust the mission of agencies, and also create temporary task forces to run agencies or be a part of agencies, which is why Trump has the authority to appoint Musk in a temporary task force within DOGE.
Has full access to the Federal Reserve payment systems, the federal treasury.
This shows that you don't really know what you're talking about, because the Federal Reserve System is not the same thing whatsoever as the Treasury Department's payment system, and DOGE has only been given very partial light access to the Treasury Department's payment system. The Federal Reserve System handles things like interbank transfers and EFTs and
check clearing and make sure those go through well. The Treasury Department handles incoming and outgoing payments, payments to contractors, Medicare, Social Security, payments to federal employees. So no, they're not the same thing at all, and DOGE has not been given access to both of them. In fact, the access that DOGE has been given to the Treasury Department's payment system is basically to employees who have read-only access and are able to pass data about payments to DOGE.
System that controls payments through Medicare, Social Security, government contracts. Seem to remember Elon being the beneficiary of a lot of government contracts, but always wanting more anyway.
Yes, the federal government gave out almost $1 trillion in federal contracts last year, and a very tiny small percentage of that went to some of Elon Musk's companies, primarily SpaceX, because SpaceX is doing things technologically right now that no other company in the world is capable of pulling off. So Space Force is bringing SpaceX along to, for example, track ballistic missiles that might be coming at the United States. So no, SpaceX is not stealing money from other contractors who might be able to do the same thing. There's no one that can do what SpaceX is doing right now.
Wouldn't it be nice if he could just access those systems and withhold payments to his competitors? Divert those funds to himself?
Yeah, it's fun to push conspiracy theories to your followers when they have no basis whatsoever in reality. Wouldn't it be fun if Elon could just go and push some buttons and divert some federal funds to his own companies because he has access to do that now? He doesn't have access to do that now. In fact, Elon himself can't even look at the Treasury system. He himself does not have access. There are 2 employees based in the Treasury Department who have read-only access, and they can pass some of that data to DOGE for government efficiency purposes. Elon has no ability whatsoever to divert funds or move funds or stop funds to Social Security. This is absolutely made up for clicks and attention.
Guys, what we have going on right now is a coup.
What we have going on right now is a 60-second video of fear-mongering from you that is mostly made up and rife with misinformation. Now, you can legitimately criticize DOGE, and you can legitimately criticize some of the access that Elon Musk has been given. But what you can't do is make things up and lie to make your side look better than it is. Now, I myself have significant problems with some of Elon's actions and some of the access that he's been given. But what I'm not going to do is sit here and lie to my followers and say that he can divert federal funds to his own companies when that's obviously not true. Or try to say that DOGE is an illegal shadow agency that's not really part of the government when that's also not true.
Donald Trump is not the president. Elon Musk is operating a shadow government. He has subverted the entire governmental apparatus of the United States. It is not hyperbole to say he has taken over this country.
This is hyperbole with no basis in reality, but sadly many of your followers and viewers will believe this because they will not do any research of their own.
I want to address the comments that say, how do you vote if you don't have the time to do the research?
First of all, I'm going to start this video off the same way I started off the other one. My videos are not meant for everyone, but my videos are meant for everyone to see. Because unfortunately, Skylar, in this video here, you proudly stand on your platform and you like to tell everyone that you had no time to do the research because you're a blue-collar, bootstrapped man who works 17 hours a day, so you don't actually have the time to do any research. So instead, you threw your vote to your FYP, which I don't know if you know how algorithms work, bro, but algorithms are targeted based off your ignorance. Yeah, that's right. It's called ignorance because unfortunately, you just proved to the world that your FYP was just full of the hate and the shit that you felt and the burning aspects of all of the hatred in your heart that you decided to listen to your FYP instead of doing some fucking research on the person you were going to make president. Well, today, my history lesson has to do with you, Skylar, and all the other people who threw their vote away to the FYP. Because today we're going to call this MAGA had a little vote, little vote, little vote. MAGA had a little vote, but their hate drowned out our hope. That's right, because most of the shit that you guys did in this fucking election was based on the hatred in your heart and based on the shit you were seeing from your political fucking FYP here instead of the shit that was actually the truth. So today, our history lesson is going to go through the reasons you voted for Trump and what they actually had to do with our American history. So, that's right. Why am I voting for Donald Trump today? Well, number one, you're not educated. That's the real reason you voted for Donald Trump, is you're not educated. But let's discuss the reasons why you guys all really want him. DI, win! Black people actually have rights. Sad. Fuck your feelings. Well, that's what I'm all about, and that's what my videos are about, is saying fuck your feelings. Because if you can say fuck your feelings to the blue, I can say fuck your feelings to the red. That's right. Immigrants kill people. Lincoln Riley. Wow, is that the only fucking immigrant that's ever killed anyone? Because frankly, if I had one more person talk about Lincoln Riley, instead of actually talking about what immigrants actually do for this country, I'm going to go fucking insane. Because unfortunately, I'm sorry Lincoln Riley lost her life, but you all use that as a political fucking notion instead of actually understanding that a woman lost her fucking life. Yeah, how terrible is that? You had to use a death to get someone elected. Shitty ass people. A woman would start a war. Every fucking war that's ever been started in the United States of America or anywhere else in the entire world has always been by a fucking man with a dick. And that's about it. Y'all need to realize that. I bet you if you guys looked at Germany, I don't see her fucking starting any fucking wars over there. She's a fucking chancellor, huh? Trans people are gross and they're going in our bathrooms and touching our children. That's the fucking biggest lie you guys have ever been told. And that's the funniest part of it all. Do you guys know that you sit next to a trans person probably every single day of your life and you have no idea they were trans? Did you guys know that? No, you didn't, because you're so fucking ignorant. You're so worried about your kid going into a bathroom with a trans man, which you don't even understand that 99% of these people don't even go to the bathroom when other people are there because they're so uncomfortable with who they are that they can't even fucking stand next to you. How fucking tragic are you people that this is why you voted for someone? Fucking pathetic. Free handouts. Skylar, you're fucking getting free handouts from the fucking government every single day. I don't want to hear that excuse from you, bro. But what about the gays? Hey, I'm here, I'm sassy, I'm queer, and I don't give a fuck about you or your feelings because you don't give a fuck about me because you think something of me that you know nothing about. Isn't that fucking funny? Oh, he's a great business dude. We're going to talk a lot about that later, but I'm going to tell you right now, your business ideas of Donald Trump is fucking stupid, just like you guys are, because you're busy paying attention to your FYP instead of actually paying attention to what happened in American history. So let's talk about American history. So we're talking about the civil rights movement and DEI timeline. That's right, DEI just didn't come about because Joe Biden took office like all of you guys think, you fucking idiots. DEI actually started in 1909 with the NCAAP, was founded by laying the groundwork to abolish racism. Because that's right, Abraham Lincoln abolished slavery. I know you guys were super upset about that. Sorry, I even cracked myself up. All right, in 1954, Brown versus the Board of Education happened, in which the Supreme Court found that separation of black and white students was against the Constitution. Holy shit, we have a Constitution. That's really important because right now there's conversation that Donald Trump is trying to say the Constitution is not Constitution, which means we might not even have a Constitution by the end of this presidency. That's also something you never did any fucking research on, Skylar, is it? All right, in 1955 and 1956, the Montgomery bus boycott happened, and that's, yes, when Rosa Parks sparked a huge outrage because she refused to move to the back of the bus because she was black, and she said, my feet hurt, I'm gonna sit right the fuck here. That's what I'm gonna fucking do. And good for fucking Rosa Parks because she stood up for herself, and that created a movement which also created the Southern Christian Leadership Consortium, and then the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, which were two of the biggest founders of civil rights in 1960. Yes, that's right. A woman said, I'm not moving to the back of the bus because a white man told her to, and she said, fuck that shit, and these people ended up coming together to abolish fucking racism. Well, unfortunately, you're all still fucking racist, but at least they tried to abolish it. In 1961, freedom rides started to happen. And what was that? Well, that's because the Constitution stated that these black and white buses were not actually constitutionalized. So there was actually a huge movement to ride the buses into the southern states because it wasn't being enforced in the southern states because the southern states thought they didn't have to listen to the Constitution. You hear that? The southern states thought they didn't have to listen to the Constitution. That's a fucking problem. And that was in 1961. And here we are in 2025, and they're still not fucking listening to the Constitution. The fuck? All right, and in 1963, the March on Washington happened, where the famous I Have a Dream speech happened. That's right. A black man said, I have a dream, and somebody decided to shoot him. Pathetic. In 1965, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was made, which allowed black people to actually vote for this country and presidency. And unfortunately, it would seem some of the people that are African American in this country and black in this country need a little bit of this as well, because unfortunately, some of you have been brainwashed by the MAGA cult. And unfortunately, I hope some of you listen to this as hard as I do. But immigrants are so bad. Well, here's my thing. Shut the fuck up. Because immigrants aren't bad at all. You guys make them bad because all you do is sit on your FYP and you listen to pathetic stories from people that are trying to push their agenda onto you. And instead of you sitting there and saying, hey, this is an agenda push and I should actually care about Laken Riley's death and the fact that a woman lost her life, you cared more about that as an immigrant. You cared more about it as an immigrant than it was the actual death of a woman. How terrible do you feel now? Probably not, because you have no soul and no conscience, because that's how you people are. All right. So, in the colonial periods of the 16 to 1700s, we gave out smallpox blankets to the actual people that lived in the United States of America, called the Indians. And then we forced them into their own little refugees and their reservations, so then that way the white people could come and colonize America. Did you hear that? That's right. We came as immigrants. Our white-ass skin from Europe came as immigrants and poisoned a lot of the Indians with smallpox blankets, killing off majority of the people that actually own this land. So we could take it away from them because we were the immigrants at that time. That's right. In the 19th century, did you guys know that white immigration was actually super popular then? Because Irish potato farming became the Irish potato famine, which means there was no food in Ireland, so all the white Irish people came over here. And then there was German immigration at the same time, and all the white German men came over here. And then we decided that we didn't want to have just white men here, and we decided that people being banned because the color of their skin was wrong. So we made the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882, which allowed other countries to send people here for immigration purposes. How crazy is that? And then in the 1900s, the Italians, the Polish, and the Jewish all decided, isn't that fucking crazy? Let's go. White, all decided that moving to another country was totally okay because they're white. That's how stupid you people are in immigration, that as white people, we were the ones that immigrated here to America. So in the case of the immigrants, we all need to be deported back to our home countries, don't we? Stupid fucking morons. That's what you guys all are. You're so stupid and dumb that all you guys see is color and gays and trans and your hate for all of them. That you're so busy not even paying attention to actually what happened in American fucking history. Well, anyway, in post-World War II, we did the Displaced Persons Act of 1948. So a lot of these countries that had all these bombs go off of them because, you know, we had a bunch of people that wanted to put Jewish people into an oven and burn them alive. Yeah, well, we ended up making that, like, we also did the Cellar Act of 1965, and my writing's kind of messy, which allowed not only that, but Asians, Latino Americans, and Africans to actually move here as well. Wow, crazy. We decided that just being white was not our thing. We should probably have...
Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode, and please don't forget to like this video and share it to your loved ones, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. So share your thoughts, share your opinion about this video in the comment section. I hope to see you all in my next episode. Bye.